starving baby rescued from flooded village a week after Laos dam collapse. This is the incredible moment a hero rescuer saved a starving baby more than a week after the Laos dam tragedy. Father of 4 Michael Alfaro, 33, volunteered to travel to Attapeu province after hundreds were killed and thousands left homeless in flash floods that swamped the area on July 22. Former U.S. Marine Michael, from Plainfield, Illinois, was surveying a village that human traffickers were allegedly targeting when he found the almost dead baby boy on July 31. The youngster was starving, dehydrated, naked and crying in an abandoned building in the Sinamxai district of the province. Michael said the tot was nearly unconscious and his eyes rolled back when he tried to rouse him. Michael, who is working as an independent volunteer, carried the baby alone in sweltering heat for more than 1 kilometer to the nearest doctor's tent where the infant was treated with 2 emergency 4 drips. Michael, who served in the infantry and then artillery regiments, said, "This was a miracle. I was just in the right place at the right time. A few hours longer and the baby may not have survived. I checked on him after a couple of hours and he's doing well. He's going to be fine." The flood tragedy unfolded on July 22 when a wall at Attapeu's Nam Noi Dam collapsed after heavy monsoonal rains, sending millions of tons of water downstream through Sinamxai district in the southernmost Attapeu province and into neighboring Cambodia. The floodwaters wiped out entire villages, washing away roads, bridges and homes, and swamping crops and irrigation systems. Thousands of people are now taking shelter in rescue camps while many more remain stranded or dead in their villages. Michael said that estimates on the ground are that at least 1,000 people are dead or missing, and that the baby he rescued was at risk of being snatched by traffickers, which he says his team and Chinese authorities have been alerted to. Describing the rescue, he said, "I had joined with Chinese rescue teams and were told about an area that human traffickers and kidnappers were targeting. I went there to scan the surroundings. I saw what looked like an empty building and wasn't expecting to see people inside. I thought it was best to check and there was the baby on the ground in a blanket. He was very weak, he had a fever of about 38 degrees. He was malnourished, dehydrated and he hadn't eaten for 3 or 4 days. His mother was also in the same building in a different place. She was weak and hadn't eaten and the baby's older brother and sister were with her. But the baby had been left alone away from them." Michael said that the baby's mother had been sheltering in the abandoned building with her 3 children. Tragically, the woman's husband and father of the children is believed to have died in the floods. But Michael said mother has repeatedly insisted to volunteers that she is waiting for her husband to come home as she sits in vain for him. Michael said that after rescuing the baby, he needed to find urgent treatment and walked for more than 1 kilometer to a Korean hospital tent where 2 4 drips were administered. He added, "The baby has recovered and he is healthy. But there are a lot of children out there still who have been separated from their parents." Michael said that estimates seen in the media of 20 to 30 people dead are way off the mark and he believes that from working with data on the ground collected by Chinese authorities, many as 1,000 people could be dead. He added, "The situation here is really bad. It's worse than you are seeing. There are at least 1,000 people dead or missing. The land is treacherous to negotiate, it's like quicksand, so any survivors from villages are stranded. In some places you stand in it and you sink, it's just think mud. We think that there are currently between 200 and 500 orphans in different refugee camps who are never likely to be reunited with their families, even if their parents have actually survived. We have a situation where human traffickers are targeting children. Monks are also just taking orphans with them to join temples. You add to that the physical conditions of the ground and it is a humanitarian disaster. Survivors are not able to walk through the flooded areas and they are starving to death. There's a big shortage of baby food for the children and many are being treated with 4 drips. I volunteered to come here because there are children that need help. Countries have to ignore the politics and bureaucracy and provide help.